Hey everybody, it's Brooke. I hope you're having a great day. Still trying to catch up on the Friday freebies. This one was the 321 Friday freebie, which was last Friday. If you've missed the saga, my computer was out of commission, so I got kind of behind. But now I'm back on track, and we've got a really fun one coming up this Friday. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss that one. If you're new here, welcome. We're so glad to have you. If you're not a member of my Facebook group, please come and join us so you can get your freebies. I'll put a link right up there. Just make sure to answer those 3 easy questions so that I know that you're a person and not a bot. So this is the fun new freebie for this week. Let me get out our pretend journal page here. Here we go. It's springtime, you guys. I'm so excited. Although today it's snowing really hard, so I guess that's spring in Maine, right? So this is a journal page. Well, it's a faux journal page. And the way the freebie works, well, it can work any way you want. But if this were your journal page, you would glue here, here, and here, and stick your piece down, depending on how much you want your tab to stick out. This is another piece, journaling card, and I just backed it with the end page of some old book. And let's see, I like stuff to stick off the edges, but maybe you don't. So I would glue that down like that, so we would have a pocket, and that would slide in there, and that pretty piece would stick out over the edge of my journal. That's probably how I would do it because I like to have things poking out. And then this side flips over, and it's a pocket, and you've got a tag to go in there as well. And I would obviously put some stuff at the top and whatever. I just put this together so you could see the deal. And that goes right back in there. Well, maybe it does. It really does. There we go. So it's wild and crazy spring colors. I'm really excited. I have not been able to get away from the wild and crazy colors. So there you go. Having a lot of fun with it. And a lot of these images are from Art House Whimsy. Love them. They do beautiful work. And so I've made a lot of these pieces with their stuff. So I will link them down below, of course. And let's just get into it. Your freebie will come with 2 pages. So make sure to print both out. There's the tuck and the pocket on this page. And then this page has the tags, the journal spot, and the paint strip. So this is pretty simple. All I did was I cut out around the tags, folded it right down the middle, and glued them together so that it was a little heavier and it was backed. There are very faint lines on this one. You can certainly journal on that. There are also lines on this one for journaling. So I think those are super fun. Okay, so I'll set that aside. I don't think that needs any explanation. Then on this one, again, my iPad is still printing with a border. So yours should be a little bit bigger than this. It should go closer to the edges. But we will persevere. So let's cut this out. Just cutting out these pieces. I put a new blade or snapped off the blade in my craft knife, so hopefully it won't give me any trouble. And you know what? I'm actually going to change my mind and say, let's go ahead and fold this first. It'll be easier to fold while it's whole. So I'm going to put my ruler right up against the edge here, and that line between the print and the instructions. You could do this with your scoreboard if you wanted to. You could do it by eyeball, whatever makes you most comfortable. Let's grab out the bone folder and give that a good smash. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And I do have the little pieces labeled because I found when I was going to fold it and construct it, I kept cutting off the wrong piece. So I thought, hey, why don't I go ahead and label that in case anyone else is challenged like I am. Probably not, but you know, couldn't hurt. So I'll go ahead and fold that one. And I just have this printed on presentation paper, so it's 32-pound bright white, and that gives it a little more heft. And yeah, this one would have been easier to fold before I cut it, but it'll be okay. Nobody panic. Except for getting this edge up is tricky. Again, that's probably just me. Hopefully I'm not putting my head all up in your grill. Okay. Trying to fold that without moving it. Definitely fold it before you cut the edges off would be my advice. And again, I made this some time ago, so I forgot my own directions on how to do it. So there we go. And now we can start trimming. I'm not going to even bother. You know what? I guess I could. Make a decision, Brooke, and stick with it. For Pete's sake. I'm going to cut a little bit above the top edge, just so I have a little more folding space. Yours probably will print that way, but mine did not because of my iPad being naughty. So I'm just trimming a little bit. If I haven't trimmed it enough, I can do it before we glue. I keep creeping up out of screen. I'm sorry. Maybe I should zoom out a little bit. Hold on. Close your eyes. We're going for a ride. There. Now hopefully I can keep it in screen. And hopefully I didn't make you too seasick. Okay, so where was I before I so rudely interrupted myself? Making sure these are all folded. I trimmed down some of the white stuff, and now we can just start snipping away. So I'm going to cut out where these little squares are. Let me see if you can see it on the bag. See where the folds intersect here and here? That's what I'm going to trim out. And that's just going to reduce some of the bulk in our corners. So I'll go ahead and do the 4 corners. Just mitering it a little bit, not necessary and not a ton. And then on this side, you can see, let's go ahead and cut all this stuff out. That'll make it easier for you to see. So we can cut here. Got that little triangle. And we can cut here. And then we can cut these little triangles out as well. Now, you certainly don't need to use the printout. You can do this with any sheet of paper that you like. If you have your own digital that you want to use, or you have your own piece of artwork, you can just do the same construction. You can look at mine for guidance if you want, or wing it. It's very easy. I just thought it might be fun to have it as a digital. Okay, I'm going to fold our center pieces here. There's a very faint white line. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it along there. You don't need to print on the back of this because nothing's going to show. Okay, so that should take care of that. Yep, definitely forgot how to put together my own digital. They'll like me. I'm so silly. It's coming back to me. I think we got it now. Okay. So there's that. And the last thing we have to do is just trim off this little piece. So you can see it's just white there. So you're going to go ahead and cut that piece off. Use your trimmer. Use your scissors if you're brave. Whatever is fun for you. I'm terrible with scissors. I can't cut a straight line. I can barely, well, I can't. I can't cut a straight line with a ruler and a straight craft knife. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go around, and where it says glue down for reinforcement, I'm going to use my glue stick. Get out our glue sheet. And we need to bend them this way. Get those little guys bent back the right direction. So I think you can see what I mean when I have it turned over this way and I was putting it together because it was upside down. I just kept gluing and cutting the wrong pieces. So hence the directions. If you don't like at the top of the pocket, you can see where it says glue down for reinforcement. If you look down into the pocket, just go ahead and put a piece of paper over that or a piece of washi tape and it will go away. Okay, so this piece is our tuck. So this piece needs to get glued down for reinforcement because that's where stuff's going to go in and out. Grab my little ooh-hoo. I'll glue that down. Give it a good burnish. And then that's a gusset, so we don't want to glue that. That's a gusset. This is a glue down for reinforcement here at the bottom. So go ahead and slap some glue on there. That's the top of the pocket. So that way the pocket will be, this is a glue for reinforcement too. Both the back and the front of the pocket will have some reinforcement, so when your tag goes in and out, it doesn't get beat up. This paper is heavy enough that I probably don't have to do that, but maybe your paper isn't this heavy. And a little extra insurance isn't bad. This one's a gusset. Oop, I missed a corner. I missed a miter. Here we go. Okay. Put that out of the way. And then we want to glue our two pocket pieces together. So get that and that. So what I'm going to do is cap up my glue, get my art glitter glue. Oh, I threw my cap all the way over there. Okay, so let me show you the front. Easier to see than the back. This is our tuck spot. This is our pocket. So we want to put glue on this gusset and then glue on this gusset down at the bottom. Okay, and that way it'll make our pocket for us. So put some glue on this one. Did not test my glue. Oh, good. My stainless steel pin is helping. And glue on this one. And we'll just fold this over. Give it a burnish. If you want to, you can put our glue pin away. If you want to, you can give it a little hit with ink. If you like, my bottom is a little crooked. There's a little bit of the beige showing. So I'm just going to take out, this is Mermaid Lagoon Distress ink, which is what I used when I did the prototype. So it should coordinate pretty well. You can just go right across there. There's a little bit of white line showing from the printout where I left the line to fold it. Use your words, Brooke. Do the same thing on this side. And a little ink goes a long way to camouflage any small adjustment you need to make. It does a good job. So then we would put glue on these two gussets right along here and glue this down on our journal page. So we have our tuck right here, and that would go here. The piece from the other page where that would tuck in, and then you have your tag right here, and that could go right in your pocket. Isn't that adorable? I love this one. Lots of room for writing, for putting pictures. You could have a little secret journaling spot. The other way that you could put it down if you wanted to was to open up your journal page and get that lined up. Let's get it lined up. And once you get it lined up, it shouldn't be this hard, Brooke, for heaven's sake. Everything gets hard once you turn on the camera. Okay, so you would glue that down with its little gussets. So you'd have your tuck spot here. On this side, look at all those crazy colors. Isn't it amazing? So happy that spring is here. And then on this side, you'd have your pocket. So it would fold over this way. You'd see the other side instead. And you would have a place for a little private journaling underneath, should you care to do that. So there are a couple ways you could do this. Whatever works for you. And I really hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you have fun. Please post any pictures of whatever you make. And I know Elizabeth at Never Hopeless by Elizabeth has been using these, and she does such a beautiful job. Definitely go check her out. I'm sure you already know her, but she will obviously be linked down below. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope this is fun. Throw me a thumb, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys real soon. Okay, bye.